Hey guys, Matt and Eric here. We're going to talk about last night's polarizing Lost episode, Across the Sea. This was the Jacob and Man in Black origin story, and now with just such precious time left in the series, it felt like a little bit like a wasted moment. It felt unnecessary, and it didn't really answer any questions. In fact, it raised a lot more than it should have.
Yeah, I like Jacob and the Man in Black's presence on the show, but I just didn't feel right now you want to spend time with the main characters, not them. Plus, I felt that Abaturno really gave you all you needed to know about those characters. And I know some people wanted the specifics. How did they get on the island? You know, where did they come from? You got those answers in this episode, and I felt by the end of it, no, we were better off not knowing that.
Yeah, some things shouldn't be shown. Some things are best left unshown. And this also kind of contradicted Abaturno a bit, which was such a great episode. The speech that Jacob gives Richard in Abaturno about the Man in Black being the evil of the world and needing to be contained, I didn't even get why that is from this backstory.
Yeah.
It wasn't really explained. And also, we didn't learn about Jacob and how he works, or how his mother worked, and how they bring people to the island, or how they choose people, or how he used the lighthouse, why the temple was built. There were a lot of things that could have been answered, but they weren't.
Yeah, it was very strange because, you know, like you said, it was contradictory. I mean, we get some look at the Man in Black that's a little more sympathetic about what happened with his mother, but then he says he spent 30 years with these people on the island and still thinks humanity is irredeemable.
Yeah, he still hates them.
Yeah, so I don't get, are we supposed to feel better about him? He hates humanity still. It just felt very muddy.
Yeah, and also, considering the fact that Jacob is now the one who sort of believes that mankind is redeemable and that someone will show their true colors and the better angels of the humanity and take his position. That's not how his mother worked it. When she beat their mother's brains in with a rock, killed the entire village. We still don't know how she did that. And the fact that Jacob is such a temperamental, violent person too. Like, he would always be beating his brother's face in.
Yeah, it was just strange also with the mother just to raise so many questions about who she is right near the end. How did she get on the island? Why does she think these are the rules that we're not going to get answered? And they could have spent that time dealing with so many other mysteries we already are wondering about.
We did get an answer to a mystery, a long-standing lost mystery about the Adam and Eve skeletons, but it was done in sort of a heavy-handed fashion, and if we had just seen them position the mother and the Man in Black in the cave, we would have gotten it. And also, it was one of those things where we couldn't have predicted Adam and Eve. A lot of people predicted it was Rosa Bernard, but it was a character that hadn't been introduced yet,
Yeah, those flashes to those season 1 scenes felt very spoon-fed. It felt very unlost, because this is a show where the audience is pretty savvy, talks about it, obsesses about it. They would get it if he just left the corpses in the cave. Those are the skeletons. Plus, I also have to criticize the light. The introduction of the source of everything on the island, it was pretty cheesy. Both the effect was kind of cheesy visually, and also just getting that direct with it, saying that the light exists and exists in all men. It was getting into a silly place that Lost usually doesn't go.
We want to know what you guys thought, though. Did you love this episode? Did you hate it? Are you in the middle? Send your feedback, as always, to IGNTV@IGN.com.
And please listen to Channel Surfing, the IGN TV podcast. We'll be reading some of your emails.
Thanks.